So as you can see, we've got a broken antenna mount. It's cracked and falling apart. And it's not in good condition. So what we're going to do is remove it and replace it. Now I've taken the stock antenna off because I'm going to need to get this off. I'm pretty sure I can just rip this thing apart, but I'm not going to. It's loose and it feels like it's just going to come off anyways. Now I've seen a bunch of people online, they try to go through here, but you can't do that. That's not where this is. This is going to have to, I'm going to have to go under here. And what I'm going to need for that is number 10 socket. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the inner wheel well and hopefully be able to get up in there with my hand, hopefully without having to take off the wheel, but we'll see. And I can basically loosen this, get that out, and put the new one in. So here you can see I've got the new, this is called the internet calls this thing a antenna ornament. I don't know why it's called that. It looks like a mounting base to me, the rubber grommet. Now there's an antenna thing in here that this goes inside of. And so I've seen a bunch of people online just trying to shove it on top of there. You're gonna need to get this thing down so that this can fit in, and then you'll put the antenna, basically the real base mount back up in it after you've gotten this attached back to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this little short one. I'm replacing this one because, as you can see, I've got like some fray. I've been going through, let's see if I can focus on it here. There's some wear on this antenna and it's just in some bad condition. So what we're going to do is we're just going to replace it with this short one. Hopefully it has the same sort of reception. It looks like, from what online said, it will. But that will look like that. Hopefully that will look a little bit cooler, be a little more streamlined, won't get hit by trees when I'm out on the trail. Because that's what's happened to this guy. This guy's just had a real bad time out on the trail, getting hit by trees and stuff. So hopefully we fix that. So, as you can see, I removed this. And this is wiggling down in there, okay? And that's kind of what you want. So you've got to go at it from under here. And as you can see, I've taken about 8 bolts out and improperly moved this out of my way. I wanted to kind of remove this better, but I don't have the tool to get these little things that they screw into out. But you'll want to move this out just so it can move freely. Once you get your hand up in there, you can see, let's see, you'll be able to see the, that's where the antenna line comes in, and it goes up in here. So, look, you'll be able to see, it's hard to see, but you can see that antenna up there. You basically want to be able to pull that out of the way, and it's pretty, I mean, ideally, you'd want to unscrew it, but you can just kind of finagle it with your hand. You can reach your hand up in there, and you can kind of move it down and out of the way to be able to put this new one in. So what you'll want to do, this longer piece at the bottom needs to go in first, and then you'll basically shove that in. Kind of hard to do with one hand, so, but as you can see, I'll be able to shove this in and get that part in there. Might need to use a little bit of soap, but you want to lead with that and force that down in there. Okay, I also went ahead, I pulled that antenna mount down in there so it's out of the way, and I'll put it back in place once I have this in place. All right, and with that out of the way, so I was able to just like put that right back in there. While I got this here, I'm gonna go ahead and just clean this off a little bit. because, you know, how often are you changing this guy out? Okay, and then you want to, this actually just goes in real simple. So just pop it in like that, and with the antenna thing out of the way, it's in there. It doesn't take much force at all. And the people who were using like a whole lot of force weren't doing it the right way. So I wanted to film the right way because I couldn't find, I scoured the internet for like 45 minutes and wasn't able to figure out or find the proper way to do it, but I knew the proper way to do it. So here's the video of the proper way to do it. Okay, and now that I have this here, I can go back, reach my hand up in here and put that antenna mount back up there. And just like that, we've got a cleanly installed, not going anywhere antenna. We've gone from having the busted plastic one, which all the metal's all worn off and stuff like that. And I'll put all these screws back on there now. All right, and as you can see, we've got radio. Sounds good. Let's see if we got AM. AM works as well. It sounds like AM, so that's good. All right, we've got the wheel well put back together. Basically what I did, where I messed those up, I just used a big fat washer and put a fat washer on there, and good as new. Yeah, this is properly installed, and it's not, you know, I didn't have to do crazy things. Like I saw a guy, he cut part of this off, and it's like, well, that's not secure now that you had to do that, so we're not doing that. And then, you know, so I wanted to make a video where, you know, it was shown what you got to do to replace that properly on a 5th gen 4Runner. This is a 2011, by the way. Adios.